our planet Earth, a vibrant blue marble teeming with life. We walk its surface, we sail its oceans, we gaze up at its sky, we think we know it. But beneath our feet, deep within its molten heart, Earth holds ancient secrets, secrets of its violent birth, secrets of cosmic collisions. Recently, scientists have uncovered something astonishing, evidence of another world, not orbiting in the distant cosmos, but buried deep inside our own planet. Imagine that. Remnants of an ancient, long-lost planet resting within Earth's mantle. This isn't science fiction. This is the unfolding story of our planet's hidden history, a tale billions of years in the making now coming to light. Think about the Earth's interior, a place of unimaginable pressures and temperatures. For centuries it was a realm of pure speculation. Myths and legends spoke of underworlds and fiery chasms. Science, however, seeks evidence. And that evidence has begun to paint a startling picture. We are discovering that our planet is not a simple uniform sphere. Instead, it's a complex, layered body. So how do we see into the Earth's deep interior? We can't drill that far. The deepest holes we've ever managed barely scratch the surface. The pressure and heat are too intense. Our eyes into the abyss are seismic waves. These are vibrations that travel through the Earth. They are generated by earthquakes, or sometimes by human-made explosions. These waves ripple outwards from their source. They pass through different layers of the Earth, and as they travel, they change. They speed up, they slow down, they reflect, they refract. Scientists known as seismologists are like planetary doctors. They use these seismic waves like a global ultrasound. By placing seismometers all around the world, we can listen to these earth-shaking whispers. We track how long it takes for waves from an earthquake on one side of the planet to reach the other. If the waves arrive earlier than expected, it means they traveled through denser, colder material. If they arrive later, they pass through less dense, hotter, or perhaps just different material. Over many decades, using data from countless earthquakes, scientists have built up a three-dimensional map of the Earth's interior. This technique is called seismic tomography. It's a powerful tool. It allows us to visualize structures deep within the mantle, the thick layer between the crust and the core. And what did this seismic tomography reveal? Something truly colossal. Two enormous regions deep in the lower mantle near the boundary with the Earth's core. These aren't small features. They are continent-sized anomalies. Let's talk about where these giants hide. One of these massive structures, often called Tuzo, sprawls beneath much of the African continent and extends under parts of the Atlantic Ocean. Imagine a subterranean mountain range, but far, far larger. The other, known as Jason, is situated beneath the central Pacific Ocean. These aren't just vague areas. Seismic imaging has allowed us to map their approximate boundaries. They are truly enormous. Each one spans thousands of kilometers horizontally. Think about that. Structures wider than entire continents on the surface, buried deep within our world. They are not thin layers either. These LLVPs extend upwards from the core mantle boundary for hundreds, perhaps even over 1,000 kilometers into the lower mantle. Some estimates suggest they could be up to 100 times taller than Mount Everest if you were to measure their vertical extent from the core mantle boundary. Their total volume is immense, potentially making up several percent of the Earth's entire mantle volume. This is a significant portion of our planet's interior. These are not minor details in Earth's structure. So, what are these giant blobs made of? The fact that seismic waves slow down tells us something important, but it doesn't give us the full picture. Scientists combine seismic data with models of mineral physics and geochemical evidence. The leading idea is that LLVPs are not just hotter than the surrounding mantle. They are also denser and chemically different. This density is crucial. If they were just hotter, they would be more buoyant and would likely rise and dissipate. Their persistence suggests they are intrinsically denser, helping them stay put at the base of the mantle. Evidence points towards these structures being enriched in iron compared to the rest of Earth's mantle. More iron means more density. Section 5. The Giant Impact Hypothesis, a cosmic collision. To understand the most compelling origin story for the LLVPs, we need to travel back in time, way back, about 4.5 billion years ago. The solar system was young. It was a chaotic, violent place. Protoplanets, small developing worlds, were forming from the dust and gas of the solar nebula. Collisions were common. These weren't gentle bumps. They were planet-shattering cataclysms. Our own Earth, then a proto-Earth, was still growing. And it was on a collision course. A collision that would change it forever and give birth to our closest celestial companion, the Moon. This event is described by the giant impact hypothesis. It's the leading scientific theory for the moon's formation. The theory proposes that a Mars-sized protoplanet, often named Theia, slammed into the young Earth. Theia wasn't just a glancing blow, it was a colossal impact. Imagine a world the size of Mars hitting Earth at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. The energy released would have been unimaginable. Both Theia and a significant portion of proto-Earth's mantle would have been vaporized and melted. A massive cloud of debris, molten rock, and gas would have been ejected into orbit around Earth. Section 6, Theia's legacy, forging the LLVPs from debris. Now let's connect the dots. The giant impact happened. Theia collided with Earth. The moon formed from the debris. But what if not all of Theia was obliterated or ejected into space? What if significant portions of Theia's mantle, perhaps tens of kilometers thick, plunged deep into Earth's own molten mantle? Recent simulations and geochemical models suggest this is not only possible but probable. If Theia's mantle material was slightly denser than Earth's mantle, perhaps richer in iron oxides, it wouldn't have easily mixed. Instead, it would have sunk. These fragments of Theia's mantle, like planetary shrapnel, would have descended through Earth's churning interior. They would have eventually settled at the densest region they could reach before the core mantle boundary. There they could have pooled together, forming two vast accumulations. These accumulations, over billions of years, would become the large, low-velocity provinces we detect today. They are, in this scenario, Theia's enduring legacy. Section 7, A World in Motion, LLVPs and Earth's Inner Workings. These ancient Theian remnants, if that's what they are, aren't just passive bystanders in Earth's interior. They are so massive and so different that they actively influence our planet's geodynamics. Think of them as giant, dense anchors at the base of the mantle. The Earth's mantle is not static. It's in constant slow motion, a process called mantle convection. Hotter, less dense material rises. Cooler, denser material sinks. This is the engine that drives plate tectonics on the surface. The LLVPs sit right in the middle of this global conveyor belt. Section 8, Guardians of the Core, LVPs and the Magnetic Field, Earth's magnetic field. Our invisible shield. It protects us from harmful solar radiation. It guides our compass needles. This vital field is generated deep within the Earth in its liquid iron outer core. The process is called the geodynamo. It involves the convection of molten iron, driven by heat escaping from the even hotter solid inner core. The LLVPs sit directly on top of this outer core, at the core mantle boundary. Their presence there is almost certainly not a coincidence when it comes to the magnetic field. Section 9, Unlocking Planetary Secrets, Broader Implications and Future Quests. The discovery and ongoing study of the LLVPs, especially the tantalizing idea that they are remnants of Theia, have profound implications. It fundamentally changes our view of Earth. Our planet is not just a solitary body that formed in isolation. It's a composite world, bearing the scars and even the flesh of ancient cosmic collisions. This tells us that planetary formation is a messy, violent, and creative process. Giant impacts might be a common feature in the birth of terrestrial planets, both in our solar system and around other stars. Understanding the LLVPs helps us piece together Earth's earliest history, a period from which we have very few surface rocks, as most have been recycled by erosion and plate tectonics. These deep-seated structures are like time capsules, preserving information from the Hadean Eon, Earth's fiery infancy. By studying their properties, their influence on mantle convection, and the chemical signatures they impart to volcanic rocks, we can learn more about the conditions on early Earth, the process of core formation, and the initial state of the mantle. It's like reading a previously lost chapter of Earth's biography. This knowledge isn't just for Earth scientists, it has implications for understanding other planetary bodies. Do other planets like Mars or Venus have similar giant structures hidden in their mantles from past impacts?